But my opinion really on the on like people jumping in and just starting photography and videography and shit, I think it's dope personally, because I feel like a lot of people come to me and ask me a lot of questions about like, yo, how do y'all do this? How do y'all get the quality of the podcast so good and shit? And like they want to just get to a certain place where they're just making like premium quality content. I think that's dope, because I feel like everyone has a certain sense of genius to bring
for sure
into this medium, and I'm kind of excited to see what people bring to this medium, because it'll also allow us to like refilter those thoughts and see what it brings out of us. I feel like that really inspired creativity, breeds creativity in my opinion.
It does,
and I love seeing it because it inspires me. But I definitely love people jumping into the space and seeing what else y'all could bring to it, because everyone has genius to bring to it. It's gonna take time sometimes. Like when you first start, your videos are probably gonna suck. Your fucking photos are probably gonna suck. Mine did. Yours probably did. Yours probably did. Like
sometimes I still feel like mine still do.
Me too. Like, I'm still in the sucking phase. Nigga, I have not gotten past.
Sometimes I look at shit I do and I just be like, man, why the fuck did I do that?
Yeah,
you feel me? I'd be like, I really recorded that and I thought that was okay. Right. So, but I always find a way to make a way out of it, and I think that's the important part of being a creative professional. Once you learn that, you're gonna be straight.
You remember when I used to record like this?
Yeah, he used to always record at a Dutch angle, and I'd be like, "Yo, you not balanced." He's like, "No, I like doing." No, nigga,
I was like, "But it looks cool with the angle."
I like Dutch angles too, but Dutch angles they give you a sense of weariness or like unawareness, like something's about to happen. Yeah. Like,
so. My fault.
No, you go for it.
Breathe. Right. So yeah, that's my thing about people jumping into it, because it negates the fact that you put in several years and you studied your ass off to get to the level that you're at.
If
and
they say it in a weird way, yeah.
Not even if saying it in a weird way, but a nigga asking you a quick go-to question that you took years for you to find out. Like, you feel me? So
you know something I learned though? Like, even if I give you the answer to it, you still gotta learn it yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I could tell you the direct thing, and you're still gonna fuck up because you don't understand the context of that answer.
Okay.
You just know this answer. You don't know how to address this situation if this answer doesn't solve your problem.
My grandma said that's why she give out her recipes, right? She's like, I can give out the recipe. I can give it to a motherfucker. But she didn't say all that. My grandma was crazy. Don't tell my grandma like that. But basically, long story short, she was like, just because I give them the recipe doesn't mean they're going to buy the same ingredient, like the same. Their butter might be a different brand of butter. Their salt might be a different brand of salt. It's not going to taste exactly like mine. I don't give a fuck if they follow this bitch step to key.
Yeah.
So I get what you're saying about that, but that's my only thing is the negation of the grind with TikTok making it so easy to edit videos, because I've seen this nigga put in work and I've seen the work that he wanted me to put in, and I was like, oh shit, like I know this
you can do. Everybody's capable of it.
Definitely valid work and definitely attainable. Just I know it's gonna take time, and I know this is not no overnight shit where a nigga should just be editing videos tomorrow and turning them out.
It's not a year thing.
It's not even that. Yeah, this is like a lifestyle thing. Like, you have to be committed. So that's the only thing about the newcomers. If you are going to do this, please have a passion, a love, a genuine, not just I want to get rich quick, oh, everybody's doing it type stuff. Like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can make money off of this shit, but it's going to be some times where it's a drought. And it's going to be some times where it's some planning and you're figuring shit out and the next step, and some equipment breaks and you need new equipment and shit like that. And
crying, where the next client coming from? Like, I'm eating off my camera.
You feel me? So
you really got to want to do this. Yeah, you got to want to do this shit for real.
Okay.
But
commit.
What you said is extreme. What both of y'all just said is crazy, because like we're the type of people who don't care about sharing knowledge at all. Like, I will tell you everything I know. If you ask the question, I will tell you the answer. Now, can I make you understand it? I don't know. I mean, I can't make it connect with you. You know, I'll show you everything that I do, and I'll tell you why I do it. If you can't connect with that, then and you don't apply it to your work, then I can't help you in that way. Like, I remember when I first took like the media job or took a media job, and I was being tasked to teach people what I know so that everybody on the team would be doing the same thing that I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I tell people every day. I literally tell and show people every day what I do and why I do it. and it doesn't connect because they don't care about it enough.
Yeah.
So it's
That
like,
happens.
and I'm like, I'm not gonna
100%.
tell you every damn time.
Bruh.
There has to be a moment of you actually connecting with it and doing it. Because if I keep telling you, you're gonna use me as a crutch every single time.
I have to see you're committed.
I gotta
to
see that you at
Bruh.
least want to try and learn it on your own. That's
Right.
why I fucked with X so hard.
it. Same.
He was definitely.
He's like, I don't get this monitor thing, but give me a second.
You straight up. X was one of the few people I knew for real that if I showed him something, he'll try and do it on his own later.
That's a blessing.
And
I may not succeed at it, but at least I tried.
Yeah, at least he
Yeah.
tried, and I can
Yeah.
respect that. I can wholeheartedly respect that.
At least
and,
try.
And hell, Sarah too has like I fuck with the fact that if we do something together, it sticks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't fake shit like that. Like I said, I tell everybody everything, but if it don't stick, then that's on you.
Yeah. And yo, one of the most important things I don't think we mentioned, we probably mentioned in like the first episode. I don't know. But I think. For real? Goddamn. All right, can we hit
like,
them
what
up?
happened?
We're at a
Right?
I've been fumbling all
2000.
fucking episode, dog. I've been trying to get my fucking
He
speech.
said like in 2000.
1990s and 2000. Oh yeah, you're right.
2000.
I say 2000
I don't even know what sentence you talking about.
with two T's, nigga.
2000.
Couldn't get it out. I'm
we
not
rolling?
gonna say it again.
All right, so what you got?
We get over there?
Yeah, we're all good.
All right, so one of the most important things I think to bring to this community or to whatever the fuck we call this, being a creative, especially within media, is to be competitive but be respectful. Like that's a big thing to me. Like you could look at people like your competition. That's dope. It is what it is. Like you could look at people like your competition because they are. Also look at them as your competition that you want to grow as well. I hope y'all have that mindset coming in because I don't know. I hate getting around people who just act like haters and shit, and they just always got something negative to say about somebody's work or something that somebody's doing. Even if it's bad, just give them like, for real, sometimes niggas shit be trash,
Yeah.
and it's okay because there's probably somebody who works for one of the third-party Marvel companies who look at my shit and it's like, nah, like you can never work here, at least not now, you feel me? And I'll just take that for what it is and I'll just adapt. But definitely I think that's important, like, really consider the space that you're in and respect other creatives just as you want them to respect you, for real. Especially as a seasoned creative too. Like me, I never like intentionally talk down to somebody or treat them like shit based off of something they made. Even if I look at it like it's shit, which is very hard not to do when you're seasoned because you just look at it and you see all the flaws. But like I think it's really important to not just like shit on people's dreams and shit. Like you can't do that. At least try not to. You may do it at some point, but try not to.
What's funny is I recently looked at a video a little while back that I did for a friend of mine that I thought I did really damn good on, and like in the day, and like in that time, and it was my first time using my stabilizer and everything, and I looked back at it and I was like, damn.
Fucked up.
That shit was horrible. Like shit was blurry. I was using autofocus like a motherfucker back then, so it was like, and nothing against that, but all the same, like if you know how to use it, you know what I'm saying. But I clearly did not. I thought I did. Yeah,
You said if I point it
thought I
here,
was
it's
that bitch gonna stick. Like no, that bitch wasn't sticking.
Nah, that shit.
So man, but yeah, now that shit is crazy. Like I've gotten to the mode of starting to share my shit with people more too, though, because like I be wanting that input, man, because it helps me become a better editor. It helped me become a better shooter too. So that relationship, as much as I hated editing at first, I'm growing to appreciate it a lot more because it makes me a better shooter. Because like, damn, I could have done that better. I will do it better next time.
That's an important thing to say. Editing can make you a better shooter.
No, I do.
Because it makes you be like, all right, I'm tired of fixing the same mistake every time. I need to make sure that I correct for that in production in comparison to wait until post-production to be like, I'm going to spend an extra 7 hours trying to fix this fucked up light or this audio or just...
That's facts. And it makes you shoot
some long hours.
It makes you shoot with more intention. Like
Yeah.
the story. Like I shot my first thing and edited with no intention of like what I was going to edit. I was just like, it's an event. I'm just gonna shoot start to finish.
I forgot about that shit. I remember that.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, let me just get all the footage. I did this. I was like, yeah, what the fuck was I even here? Like, why did I shoot?
What's the story?
Facts, bro. I was like, niggas was just in the building, and I just got random shit. So I tried to make a little story out of it, but after that moment, I realized, like, no, I need to shoot with intention. Where am I going to start? How is this going to come? How am I going to enter the room? All that shit. Like, so I learned in post that, like, damn, I wish I would have shot like this, or damn, I wish I would have caught this. So I do agree with editing does make you a better shooter.
Yeah. If you think about it that way. If you look at it with the intent of growing and getting better, for sure.
Facts. Because I know a lot of people who will never become editors and they just pass off editing because it's too much for them. I'd just rather shoot, you edit, and they'll never become an editor because of that. But I do think that perspective should get people to dive in if you are shooting.
I don't have any intention of being an editor my whole life.
I get you.
Absolutely not.
I get you.
It's a lot of work. I want to oversee the edit.
I would love to oversee, and I wouldn't even mind piggybacking off of an edit. Like I've done that a few times recently, and it'd be like just little things that may irk me, like if you didn't straighten the clip or something like that.
Let me scale in a little bit, tilt that bit.
That's one way as an editor to irk me. I guess that's the photographer in me too, though.
Probably
is the fact, like, if I don't see if this line looks like this versus this. Definitely if it's a still shot. If it's like I'm moving or some shit, okay, it was meant to be just hella motion is whatever. But if this bitch, if I got a straight on shot right here and everything behind them is like this, don't leave it exactly how I just did it. Just fucking
unless it's like really intentional.
That's unless it's really intentional. And I think that's probably why when they're touching my footage, they don't do it because they're like, I don't want to mess with. But nah, man.
Mess with it.
Mess with it. Clean that shit up.
I ain't mean to do that, nigga.
No, I feel you.
For real.
I mean, and do what's best for the edit. Like, to me, have the sense in that way to do what's best for the edit and consider the edit more than you consider me as much. Yeah. Because if I'm trusting you with the edit, then that means I trust you. So just do what's best for the edit. That's all I want.
Yeah, I'm trying to get us to that point too. Like once we get some more hours in, it's gonna be so much easier. Yeah. Especially like, cause I think I said this to y'all before, but I'm not certain. Well, at least to the audience that doesn't know, but it's really hard sometimes to find someone who could tell your story better than you can. So we could all go to a place and have the same experience, saw the same thing. And we could explain a story to a new person who wasn't at that event with us, that didn't experience what we all experienced. Yeah. But we all have separate perspectives.
That's facts.
It's all our central point of view. Yep. You feel me? So we're all going, I'm a cold nigga. You feel me? Cause, all right, so, and like, but for real though, like, yeah, we're just going to explain the stories a little differently from each other. Even if it's the exact same story, I'm going to say it different. We see a nigga get jumped, I'm be like, bro, you seen that nigga get stumped out? You going to be like, man, they took his wallet. Damn, that nigga pulled a gun. That's why you feel me? So it's just a bunch of different perspectives that go into it. And sometimes it's hard to find someone to basically tell the story that you want in the way that you want them to tell it. Yeah. But I think that's also a blessing of having someone who isn't going to tell the story in the same way you're going to, because they're going to show you a new perspective of something you didn't think about. Yeah. So there's so many different approaches. So once you find that common median, you go.
I'm getting better at communicating my intention, at least. Yeah. So you can still tell the story the way, and cut the story the way you think, but I give you my intention behind why I shot this and that. Like, even when I'm naming certain things, I might be like, boom, 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 to this, to this, to this, just because it's telling you the actual story. But
that shit helps too.
It helps a lot. And I usually sort too, for the most part. But yeah, bro, it's just I don't know. I have a thing about I just have a thing about paying attention to certain details. That's all. But that's why I think also I don't mind piggybacking. It's because I'm like, well, you did a great job of giving me a foundation to start off with, and I'll move forward from there.